Hello everybody, my name is Rolak and welcome back to Kirby Triple Deluxe. In the last episode we did the sub-games Kirby Fighters and Dedede Drum Dash, showed them off all they have to offer. I mean, we completed Drum Dash, but Kirby Fighters requires, a lot more effort. And today, in today's episode, very fitting with the keychains that are on display at the top, we are going to be doing Dedede Tour. There we go. So, Dedede Tour is a royal time attack with fewer recovery items than the main story mode. We jump into warp holes for a shortcut to stages farther ahead. And we battle deluxe bosses along the way and face a final boss who wants revenge. Interesting. We got some crunchy bit crushing going on there, yeah. So, this is essentially Meta Nightmare Ultra from Superstar Ultra, or just Meta Nightmare from Nightmare in Dreamland. You go through the entire game as King Dedede, obviously equipped with the hammer, which has a few added attributes from the regular ability. And we'll be going over such right now. So, when you're at full health, you send off a little beam similar to the sword beam. You can hold down, send off a little arrow. You can use the hammer toss all to your heart's content without having to worry about losing the ability. The dash attack has a wind effect, so you can destroy fire blocks. Hammer flip still has a fire effect, and the hammer spin, such as that, now has a fire effect on it as well. So you're pretty much fully equipped to actually deal with all the stuff that Kirby has to deal with throughout the adventures as well. And like it said on the beginning, there are a lot less recovery items. Most of the recovery items have been, or most of the recovery items and sometimes keychains as well, have been replaced with stars or possibly one-ups. Sunstones, locations of the sunstones have been more or less replaced by the, stars as well, or one-ups. So yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. I mean, there's not much to talk about, but yeah. Okay, I'm trying to remember where exactly. I just don't know where most of the warp points are. There is apparently a warp point in every single level. And the first one is right here. Alright, and this takes us to the very next level. Now we gotta figure out where the other one is. I have somewhat of a small guide on me, but it's really not anything super descriptive. It's just something on like Game Facts, I think. So if I manage to find all the warp points, then hey, more power to that. If I don't, well, that's probably going to be a little issue, but I don't really care all that much. Alright, and sometimes they give you little energy drinks as well. I just don't know where the warp point for this one is. Which isn't a great thing to not know, because you kind of know where most of these things are. If you're intending to do a full 100% Let's Play, well, semi 100%. I'm not going to be collecting all the keychains, obviously. That's just a stupid thing to do in your spare time, and I don't ever want to really do that ever again. I've done it twice. One for the actual game on the 3DS, and once for actually show off what you get for 100% in this game. On this emulator. I'm not going to do it again. Because frankly, that's really stupid. That is not the direction I wanted it to go, but whatever. There we go. We won't go this way anyway. Fucking. Oh my god. And that messed up everything. Fantastic. Still not a fan of this tilting thing with the whole mouse business. It's so terrible. But it's the only way I can get this going on that. Oh, you can actually destroy shots. I didn't know that. Right, let's see if it's in here. Nope, that's just a keychain. I mean, I could collect more keychains for, things, but I really do not care. Star. Now, it should be noted, if you do get to the end of a level where, and then the end of the level is supposed to be, you'll just go straight on to the next step, into the next mission, or stage, I should say. Mr. Frosty DX. Which isn't really much of a problem at all, considering we have hammer and all that, so yeah. Normal ass keychain. I think this is the end of the level for the regular one. Yes. And we get these save points. These fully restore our healths, pause the time, and we go into the next one. Now let's see as to where the warp point is for this, and I'm already wasting time. Alright. I mean, there's really not a whole lot to talk about with this type of game mode. If you want to actually get lore for it, long last detour. This land will not be ruled by Queen Sectonia. No, it will be ruled by the king. The self-proclaimed great king of Dreamland embarks on his own adventure. So it's questionable as to whether or not this is canon to the actual main story of Kirby Triple Deluxe. It's probably not. There's really no reason as to why Dedede would be doing this kind of stuff, but yeah. Do we bother? Yeah, why not? I don't know if the HAL room is even a good choice to go for. It probably isn't. Alright. Now, even though there's less recovery items, with the addition of all the stars, I feel like there isn't all that much of a precedence about worrying about, you know, health or anything like that. Because you pretty much just recover... I mean, when you die, you recover all your health, and you're given a lot of, like, 1-ups and everything. There's a 1-up right there, and we're almost about to get another 1-up with the stars, so... yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. Like, that's almost 2 1-ups right there. Okay, and I think the warp point's in this section. Secret door blocked by some star blocks. Okay. Nah, must be in here. There it is. Okay, it's the cannon puzzle. Okay. And I do believe this will lead us to a warp point, if the GameFAQs person is to say anything about it. Is this GameFAQs? Yes, it is. There it is. Okay. And it should be noted, I don't know if I said this already, but the warp points will always bring you to the beginning of the next level. You're not thrown into like a random room in the next level, you are brought into the beginning of the level. Which is a good thing, because God forbid people get lost with this kind of stuff. Yep. And like I said, it is a speedrun, so do try to go as fast as you can. But honestly, there's no real point in actually bothering with the speedrun portion. I mean, yeah, it's nice and all, but like, yeah, it's nothing too important, to say the least. Okay, we got a stupid gondola. Apparently, this is where the next warp point is, because we got to use these to get the key across. I hate this mechanic. If I can just go. I shouldn't say the mechanic. The mechanic is fine. The process of doing it on this emulator is god-awful. Yep. Let's go. And the warp point is right there. Fantastic. And this should bring us right to the boss. Yes, it is. Okay. Bandana D is right there to give us a maximum tomato. Copy essences are replaced by stars, and let's go in. And we got Flowery Woods DX. So yeah, select the mini bosses. The big bosses also have new mechanics and additions to their abilities. Flowery Woods, for example, has a lot more attacks with its spikes starting off, as well as some Gordos in the mix of its attacks. Oh yeah, we can also read the bio. This one small flower has grown to a deluxe size and has gone berserk. Its relation to Wispy Woods, which makes its home in Dreamland, is unknown. I know I skipped out a lot on the boss descriptions in the main game, but these ones actually have a bit more of an interest to them. Plus, if you really want to look at the descriptions, just, you know, either play the game or just look on the wiki. This attack where he does a little helicopter spin attack with his roots. Really defying the physics as to how exactly trees work. Yep. Shooting off his gust attacks along with the Gordos and Nectar, or Pollen, I guess. It's going a bit bigger than usual. A lot more. Ow! God, he is taking up the entire screen. And this should be the last couple hits. Okay, one more. There we go. Alright, we finished that in 9 minutes and 23 seconds. Not bad. And we collected Squeakers from Squid Squad and Simir from Superstar Ultra. Alright, and between each level you get a floor store as well as a save, obviously. And let's head on into the next segment. Alright. Now, as to where the warp point is in this one, it's after, apparently, Grand Wheelie. Should also be noted, if there are segments where you need to use such a thing as, like, Wheel or something, usually Wheel is actually replaced by a invincibility candy, which is a very handy little thing for them to do. As for whether or not Dedede Tour is a good way to actually grind for keychains, I would say no. I mean, most of the Sunstones have been replaced by keychains. I would just not recommend doing it just because it's a lot, like, longer than just doing it than, like, the arena. If you want to collect keychains, the arena is the best way to collect keychains. There we go. Okay. It's a secret door guarded by the Gordos. Okay. That shouldn't be too hard to find. Through here. Okay. Just gotta hurry up and go. There we go. We still got the candy. Alright. Cut the steel rope platform, standing on the platform to let behind the bee. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Standing on the platform to let only be like archery. Okay. There's apparently, we gotta do the weight puzzle. One of the weight puzzles for the Sunstones. And you should note, if you do die, you do not get like a redo for your time or anything. You always keep the time you had when you died. So do not die, if you want to get a good time at least. As for me, I really don't care. Like I said, it doesn't fully matter. And the only slight downside I have with this mode, it doesn't have any of the abilities like Meta Knight had. Like, there's no quick, there's no call for, well, obviously there's no call for ally because there's no allies in this game. There's no, like, screen clear, there's, like, no heal, there's really nothing actually beneficial to doing anything with. So, Dedede's kind of just left with his own power, which isn't all that bad. Also, yeah, those blocks, they're not supposed to look like that. Those are just the fish enemy textures. Yeah, I actually looked up on the actual proper 3DS version for Triple Deluxe. Those blocks are not supposed to be looking like that. I do not know why it's only those blocks and nothing else. I mean, it's a good thing that that's the only slight, you know, graphical glitch in this emulator. Because otherwise, this would be a terrible thing. But yeah, I checked like the blocks, the HAL room that had the weird tear in the background. That's not in the 3DS version, obviously. So there's just little weird glitches with emulators. I mean, there always is. And that's why I prefer not to use emulators at every given moment to play games. Because when you really think about it, yes, emulators are a nice, free, easy way to play video games. However, the experience may or may not always be the best. I think a good example is like most DS games, where that requires you to use like the stylus for most of the game, like say like Phantom Hourglass or Spirit Tracks, stuff like that. Good luck trying to play that game with a mouse. And I don't even know what those are supposed to be. What are those textures? It's so bizarre. And playing this on the emulator isn't even that, you know, fantastic on its own, because like there's no tilting, there's no easy access stuff with the stylus. It's only the tilting that's the main point of the issue, but even still, it's not a great thing to just play video games with always. And plus, you don't have any access to any like internet stuff. You don't have anything like Street Pass. You're really limiting yourself as to what exactly you can really do. I'll take a little recover. Don't get me wrong, I will advocate emulating games that you really can't buy anymore, like say like a bunch of N64 games and like classic games like that. But even still, if there's like an actual version you can like buy, like say with the Switch, like eShop or like Virtual Console and stuff like that, I would recommend that over the actual emulation, because most of the time emulations don't work properly, like at all. Oh, this was a waste of time. I think another example is when I wanted to stream Pokemon Snap, when new Pokemon Snap came out. I was originally thinking, oh, I'll just get an emulator and play it off that. But I could not find an either ROM or emulator that could play the game properly. It was a complete mess. It crashed a bunch after the first episode, after the first mission, or first level, I guess you could say. And it crashed a lot. So I just thought, no, fuck it, I'll just get it on the eShop and play it on there. And it worked. That's the main thing you gotta know about these kind of things, is that it works. Yes, you can use an emulator to play most games, but when you really think about it, it's not a great idea most of the time, because half the time the emulators do not work properly. And to help with you, if you're a person that emulates a game on day one of release, like, God forbid you actually buy the console or anything like that just to play a new game. And more hell to you if it's a game that, like, is made by an indie developer or something like that. Okay, carry Ds are a lot more faster in this mode as well, so we gotta hurry up, or else we're gonna miss it. Come on. No, we're not. Come here, you. Oh, just barely. Holy crap. All right, and this should take us right to Paintra. Yes, it does. All right. Take another Maximum Tomato. A little gripe I have with the tomato. The official name is Maxim Tomato. The issue is, I always pronounce it like Maximum Tomato, because it just sounds like it would be more preferred that way. It's really weird. Alright, Paintra DX. Born from a forgotten painting made by a mysterious brush, Paintra DX has come to take her revenge. One must wonder if the painter who created her regrets giving her form. Alright, so Paintra DX, I don't think has anything super impressive. She shoots off a lot more energy blasts this time around. She does the paint attack a lot more, covering up pretty much the entirety of the screen. Like, good God, that's crazy. She's gonna be doing the paintbrush attack. Getting a little chip damage in there. Now for the canvas attack. She's going to be locked onto you a lot more, charging up. But when she does the actual charge attack, she kind of just goes crazy. And I do not know why. Hey, it's a bit easier to get some hits in, actually. Yeah, she's going to be painting a single spot, just so you can kind of trick you about with the whole paint things here, but she kind of messes up the drawings more often than not. There we go. Alright, and that's level 2 done in 7 minutes and 20 seconds. Somehow quicker than the previous one. I guess because we found all the warp points. Sparky from Kirby's Adventure. Bugsy from Superstar. And there we go. Okay. So, that is going to do it for this episode. We are going to carry off into the next episode going into World 3. So yeah, see you guys next time. Kind of abrupt ending here, but, I mean, what else is there to do? Yeah, see you guys next time.